Today, Mommy and
Ava
are reading Substitute Creature by
Chris Gall.
And we have a creature that looks like the teacher.
Yeah.
Well, hello. Who do we have here?
Henny, my good pal Benny couldn't come because he's too big.
He's too big.
He's too big for the frame. Like he's this tall, and and he's green like that guy, and has one eye.
So what are you doing
I
here?
gotta read the teacher's line, the creature's line.
Well, on one condition. You stay out of the way because like your friend Booker over there,
Nah, he's not my
he's
friend.
always in the way. He
know.
makes a mess.
I don't know.
Dear students, I will be unable to teach our class due to a serious case of frazzled nerves. I've asked a rather special someone to make sure you are all well taken care of while I'm gone. And I certainly wouldn't suggest playing any tricks on him. Have a happy Halloween and good luck, Ms. Jenkins.
And I see we have Miss Jenkins sitting here. She needs a break. Because let's point out some things that she needs a break from.
Some gum, and she's like stuck there. Her shoelace tied.
Yes, her shoelace is tied to the desk.
Pencils indented to the table and wall and blackboard. Drawings. Someone wrote blah blah blah, and someone stuck their lunch there.
There's a paper airplane in her hair.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, her lunch. And look, what is the apple already eaten? Did they give her a half-eaten apple? Oh my, it looks like she needs a major break, doesn't it?
This is trouble.
It sounds like a troubled class, doesn't it? And woo, we have a nice fall Halloween scene, don't we? Oh, please stay out. Substitute Creature. And I see his tentacles. On a windswept day in late October, the students of Ms. Jenkins' class arrived to a surprise at school.
Substitute teacher today.
Announced Peyton. Amanda giggled and scribbled on the chalkboard. Luke performed a circus act. Gavin laughed like a mad scientist. Then, at precisely 8 o'clock, the door to the classroom creaked open. The substitute entered the room. What would you do if you saw like a tentacle entering the room?
Freak out.
That is kind of freaky.
Attention all scamps are rascals and fools. For 49 years I visited schools. I've collected some tales whose lessons are grave, about boys and girls who didn't behave. They'll give you the goosebumps, they'll shiver your skin. Now pay strict attention, it's time we begin.
Oh my goodness, that's kind of a warning, isn't it?
Yeah.
And with that, Mr. Creature reached into his bag. Wonder what he's going to bring out. Then he pulled out a tattered file.
First, we meet Keith, a hungry young lad. Snacking on glue was a habit he had. Glue?
Glue?
You can't survive if you eat glue, and how are you going to swallow it?
Ew, that's something I wouldn't want to snack
And
on.
you can't digest it. He ate so much glue, no amount was too much, that he started to stick to all he would touch.
Yikes.
Wow. Soon, no one could find the boy underneath. All of the object that stuck to poor Keith.
Wow.
I can't believe he eats glue.
Peyton's huge backpack fell over and a dozen glue sticks rolled out. Mr. Creature looked very unhappy.
Oh, no. Have you heard about Sarah? She cramped all her stuff inside of her desk, but enough was enough. Her desk was so full that it started to shake. It rattled and lurched like a minor earthquake. Kids ran for their lives, and the teacher threw fits. And then Sarah's desk blew blew itself into bits.
Wow.
What does she have those in there? A Barbie head, a pizza.
I don't know. It must be a big desk.
Yeah.
Amanda passed a note to Luke, but Mr. Creachure snatched it from her hands.
Kylie, the artist, was always the best at drawing when she should be taking a test. When a dragon she drew looked so real it blew smoke. The children suspected it might be a joke. But the dragon on paper then leapt from the page and tore through the room in a flame-throwing rage.
Oh my. So he is warning these kids, like, all these little things you're doing could really turn into a real
But
thing.
there was nothing wrong with her giving notes.
You're not supposed to pass notes in class.
Oh, yeah. Are you not yet convinced? Did I notice a yawn? In case you're in doubt, do let me go on.
Oh boy.
Hey, Creachure. Listen up. Have you heard of the daydreamer Zach? His mind wandered off while he took out his snack. So he failed to see the open cage door, and he simply ignored little tracks on the floor.
Oh my gosh, who's gonna eat his sandwich here?
And no one else noticed in time to shout, "Freeze!" that the sandwich he held was of hamster and cheese.
Oh my goodness, that does not sound good.
No, he can't eat that. He can't.
Luke jumped when he felt a nibble inside his shirt pocket. Mr. Creachure opened another file.
Kate always carried her backpack with pride and made a great place for her monkey to hide.
Did he say a monkey?
Why would you bring a monkey to class?
Really?
Now everyone knows the no pets allowed rule. When her monkey escaped, it wreaked havoc at school.
I see that. Look at the monkeys covered in spaghetti.
Yummy. Then the children all thought they should bring a pet too. Soon the school was a mess and it smelled like a zoo.
Oh my gosh. If somebody brought an elephant, a tiger, a giraffe,
An alligator.
alligator, yeah, and birds. Ooh,
Who would have those pets?
I don't know. Gavin quietly tied Amanda's shoelaces together. Mr. Creachure scowled, then continued.
Now this impish fellow, whose nickname was Hank, like most little boys, loved to pull a good prank. He brought in a guppy to enliven the class, but in days it grew teeth that could chomp right through glass.
Oh my goodness, the guppy grew that much?
That's a shark. That's not me.
Was it a baby shark instead?
Yes. It wouldn't stop growing. Its skin became dark. Now Hank really wished he'd not brought in a shark.
Really? It was a shark.
I thought it was just a little harmless.
Mr. Creachure paused and gazed upon the silent room. Then he reached into his case one last time.
And last, we have Chris, a mischievous sort, with a fondness for thieving, I'm sad to report. It seems the poor boy liked to trick for his treats. Dressed like a monster, he scared kids for sweets.
That's
No,
being a bully,
that's rude.
isn't it?
But then he stole candy from a magical gnome. Now the trick was on Chris. He could never go home. Never?
Amanda gulped. Why? Whispered Peyton.
I don't know.
Okay, let's see why.
When he took off his costume, Chris saw the gnome's curse. He had 7 green legs and something much worse. A note explained how, For the rest of his days, he teach other children about wicked ways. That looks a lot like the substitute teacher.
Well, yeah, and it sounds like the legs, and it sounds like what he was going to do too. Like he's going to teach other people about wicked ways.
Till he repaid his debt. A creature he'd be. And by now you should know that monster is me.
Oh boy, so he was one of the kids apparently. You know, that misbehaved? Is that what he's saying? He got a curse?
Cool.
Said Luke.
I'm sorry, Mr. Creachure.
Said Amanda.
You're the best substitute ever.
Said Gavin. Mr. Creachure spied the clock on the wall.
It all happened here half a century ago at this very school. I thought you should know. Goodbye and good luck. My time here is done. I'll leave you a gift. For each there is one.
The students of Mr. Jenkins' class thanked Mr. Creachure for the candy and promised never to torment their teacher again. Then Mr. Creachure was gone. Oh, he looks sad, doesn't he? Outside, Mr. Creachure looked in his case and saw that he had one last piece of the candy he had stolen so many years ago. He just needed someone to give it to. Then he noticed a small old man nearby who wore a funny, familiar hat. Mr. Creachure quietly slipped the candy into the man's pocket. As the substitute creature walked slowly down the windy street, he noticed a sweet smell in the autumn air. It was a smell he remembered from long ago. I wonder what it is. His tentacles tingled as the smell pulled him forward, and the world started to spin around him. He began to run to a small house at the end of a street.
That's his home, isn't it?
It might be his home, but look, he's starting to turn into
A boy.
a boy again. Oh, and he's running home.
Aww.
There, his bike was still leaning by the step, and his dog was still waiting on the lawn. Everything was as if he'd never been gone. Chris was home, and he was just in time for a Halloween treat. Oh, that's sweet. And look at the neighborhood again. Very neat. The end. And thank you to everyone who stayed for the reading of Substitute Creature. Mr. Creachure quietly slipped the candy into the man's pocket. As the substitute creature walked slowly down the windy street, he noticed a sweet smell in the autumn air. It was a smell he remembered from long ago. I wonder what it is. His tentacles tingled as the smell pulled him forward, and the world started to spin around him. He began to run to a small house at the end of a street.
That's his home, isn't it?
It might be his home, but look, he's starting to turn into
A boy.
a boy again. Oh, and he's running home.
Aww.
There, his bike was still leaning by the step, and his dog was still waiting on the lawn. Everything was as if he'd never been gone. Chris was home, and he was just in time for a Halloween treat. Oh, that's sweet. And look at the neighborhood again. Very neat. The end. And thank you to everyone who stayed for the reading of substitute creature. Thank you to
Henny.
for reading the creatures part for
You're
us.
welcome. I have a lot of reading to do.